All right, so noting, as we've done before, everyone here has done noting before. So it's just simply noting what happens. And the reason that we note the different things that happen, thinking, feeling, sensing, is so that we loosen our attachment to them, to all of them, thinking, feeling, sensing, because this attachment that we have to these things, you know, this, it's like these are the waves on the surface of the ocean. This is a very superficial life, and all humans live a very, very superficial life. Their whole attention is brought to their thinking, feeling, sensing, experiencing, all these things that happen in their life. And so they're totally unaware of the greater depth of their own life, of all life, which is the ocean itself. So the waves, when you look at the ocean, you know, the waves are just on the surface. They're not deep down at all. And the ocean goes endlessly deep underneath that. And that's what we're missing. And because this is something that's always here, we don't put any attention on it. We're totally unaware that it's here. The depths of our true self, of the truth of all of life. We're unaware of this. So in the noting practice, it's like because we're just saying thinking instead of getting involved in the thought, instead of getting lost in the thought and totally attached to this and attracted to this in a way that basically it's our life, right? Our whole life is just living on the surface, because each little thing, thinking, feeling, sensing, any of these things that happen, this is our life to us. We're so attracted. A thought comes, and this is a very important thought. So our attention is totally on this. And because it is, we can't experience this deeper level of life, the truth of what life is. So noting, when we do this and we start feeling the good feeling that we get from noting, this great peace and things that arise in us from doing this simple practice, is because we're loosening our attention and distraction to these other things. And that's how this deeper level of life is allowed to be seen. It can only be seen by taking our attention away from the other things. We can't put it on this. It's too present. It's too true. It's too real for us to focus our attention on it. And it's too unlimited. We wouldn't know what to do. No one who's awake can really describe what this is. We don't bother, because it's beyond thoughts. It's beyond description. And yet it is the truth of life. It is the most true thing in life. The ocean is the most true thing in an ocean. It's not the waves. Sometimes the waves are flat and there's no waves at all. They come and go. But the ocean stays. Even on a very calm day when there's no waves, the ocean is still there. And that's what this is in life. This is always here. So we don't pay any attention to it because we're so distracted by all these other things. This is our conditioning. This is what we've been taught to do right from the moment we were born. And noting is one way that we can just remove so much of our attention onto these and just notice them as waves, as a cloud floating across the sky. We don't have to put all our attention on the cloud. We can still be aware that there's a sky, that the cloud's floating across. We can still be aware that there's an ocean, that the waves are on the surface of. But we don't do this if our attention is totally focused on the waves. Right? If our attention is completely focused on the waves, we cannot experience the ocean. We're totally unaware that the ocean even exists. Our life is just waves. And this is how 99% of all humanity lives. All their attention is on the waves. They don't experience this, which is the truth of life. So noting is one way that just very subtly changes this a little bit. Changes it a little bit. And then what's true and always here is allowed to be experienced, is allowed to arise. Right? This is how we we see the truth of life, what we are. Not by focusing on it, because we can't do that. It's by taking away the distractions that are taking our attention away from it. Since it is always here, there's no need to try and focus our attention on it. We just don't focus on anything else. And then it's here. So noting is a help to do this.